Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Zach Wilson. Yes, we're really doing it. Lock in, strap in. Here we go. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder, we have revamped the Quarterback School Patreon community. It has never been cheaper. There's never been more content available over there. So if you want even more Quarterback School content, you're looking to take your football understanding to the next level, you want to support the channel, a great way to do it is through the Patreon community. Get over there. The link is in the video description. I sincerely appreciate the support. As for this video, let's get into it. All right, Zach is back. Tough L for the Jets versus the Lions. Jesus. We'll break it down here. Right out the gate, 3rd and short, 3rd and 2, RPO fail. Okay. This is a Tua special here. Little post wheel flat, and who knows what the hell's going on here. This is a bad read just on the pure conflict defender. We're reading the conflict defender 59 here. This is a give all day, every day. So right here, wide, he's going to get upfield. You just hand it off, okay? No hero ball, just hand it off. Now we'll play it out when we go wide back again, if he were to squeeze it, what we would do. But this is just poor decision making in crucial situations. So situational ball, short yardage, hero ball, sack. Damn. So this post wheel thing that kind of Tua, in my opinion, does better than anybody. It's been in the league for a while now. Okay, I always think of the Chiefs a couple years ago running it a lot. This post here has the ability for most teams to kind of come up and settle. So it's really just about the space and width. So there's the wheel. And then the sneak flat that normally gets the ball comes across right here. So first of all, it's just normal first level RPO, zone read to start. And here's the C-gap player. Okay, so when he gets up the field, all you have to do, hand it off. It's a first down. Or that's your role from the quarterback. You can't go out there and block guys at the point of attack as well. So just the ability to make good decisions. Okay, but then the thing that Tua does so well with this play is he's got this uncanny anticipation. This ball probably, if this is Tua, goes right here. Now, this is a good example of the detail and depth of this offense. This guy's not even looking. So he's like running through the hole. Now, maybe they do it differently. What the hell do I know? I'm not in their quarterback room. But I can tell you just the space of this thing, you make the decision. Where should this ball go, assuming that we were supposed to pull it? See how he's not looking? And so for me, Zach Wilson looks to go throw it, but he kind of turns it down. Well, it's not your job to look. Throw it. Put it right on his ear. We got to be looking, and we got to throw. We got to hook that up. We can't have 3rd and 2 sacks on an RPO. Get the hell out of here. Now let's just pretend we handed it off. It's a first down, right? It's man-to-man. 31's coming across with the sneak flat. That's a first down. Thor's blocked by the center. We're good to go. We're rolling. That's a first down. Damn. Next one here. First play of the second quarter. This looks like BYU. I'm used to calling this dash right. This is predetermined quarterback rolling to his right. So you set the pocket, the right tackle oversets, and then you get opportunities to throw it down the field, and you move the launch point. So it does a lot of things. Zach Wilson, the playmaker, watch the right tackle, 76. He's going to overset. That means get width. He's going to invite the D end inside and then pin him. See that pin right there? That's not on accident right there. So we're going. We're out. Now, this is Zach Wilson, right? He's outside the pocket. He's a playmaker. He's got the arm to make this throw. It's a nice job just throwing him to space. Now, the routes that they run here, because they come back to this a little later in the game as well for another big play. But to me here, this is just deep scissors. In a perfect world, I think this corner sets it higher and you're able to hit this thing on the move as opposed to kind of coming out flatter. Then the ball, Zach Wilson kind of brings him back inside as opposed to running out of bounds. So it's not quite as clean as it could be. Nothing's really quite as clean as it should be with this offense and Zach Wilson right now. But it's still a big play. So I love the design. First of all, I want to be really explicit with that. They are doing or asking Zach Wilson to do what he does best. Get outside the pocket, create. They're manufacturing that with structure, offensive design, offensive architecture. Dash right, overset, pin him. Get outside. Now do you, Zach. Right? And it's a big play. It's a big chunk. And 17 can play too now. No doubt about it. Next one here. Love this. This is like a pro day-ish throw here. Talked about this concept this week actually on the channel with the Vikings. This is a big time throw. I love it. Going to your left, flip your hips, touchdown pass. There's a lot to love here. This puts the middle field player in significant stress. Little corner post. Again, look at that flick. You know, maybe a club short, but this is really impressive. Flick, torque, put it on him right into the sun, finish with a touchdown. Love it. So design-wise here, because I feel like this play is becoming more and more popular, we're going to boot it out here now. So we're going to seal the edge here. We're going to have the number 3 come up. And normally when you boot this way, the routes are coming this way, right? Like I think of like overs, corners, flats, everything's going that way. Well, here they set you up. They come up, and versus middle field closed, this is a great play. So middle field closed, come up, and you set that thing like you're running the corner. So what this does to the middle field player now is he starts turning to anticipate that corner. And then when you come out to the post, you've got all this space, right? This was the play that the Vikings wide receiver quit on. Cousins threw a pick on. So now you've got all that space, and you've got a safety going the wrong direction. So watch the stress this thing puts on that middle field player. But the only way you can do this is by changing the launch point, because it takes forever. See that little nod here? Nod to the corner. Got him. We got all that space. I mean, he's wide ass open. Love it. But you got to manufacture the time to be able to do that. You can't just drop back, take 3, and hope that happens. So you set the edge, boot out, but you have to have the quarterback ability to do that. Not everybody in the league can do that. Be really clear. Okay, Zach Wilson's got a unique skill set, okay, to be able to flick this thing down the field that easy. Love it. That's a great play. Next one here. Big play action curl to the bottom of the screen. Again, this is outstanding pass protection. Notice no one's around him. He can drive that thing down the field. I also like the fact that he's going towards the target. You know, he's got such a great natural torque to his hips and core when he's throwing. But if they're going to let you get through to the target, just like this, see him almost like follow through, like walk through to the target, getting all of his momentum going linear at the target, not falling off to your left, not getting through the throw. And again, it helps when the guy's wide ass open. I get that too. Okay. But I like these types of plays for guys who are struggling. First of all, I love the stem here, push up, come back to it, and just making a nice little clean 2-person route. Now he jacks up a route like this later, but these are nice, clean, easy throws, right? We're basically closing down half the field. There's nothing up here. You can't mess up this read. It's simple 1 to 2, although you can mess it up. We'll see later. But right here, he doesn't. And I love the pass protection, y'all. That's awesome pass pro. Boom. Love it. That's it right there. We got to stay in this little box right now for Zach Wilson. Get outside the pocket, create big chunks outside. Inside the pocket, play action, drive the ball down the field to guys who are creating space. Love it. Next one here. I really like this play as well. 3rd and 1. I'm a big proponent about running the quarterback. And Zach Wilson is a good athlete, probably better athlete than people realize. Just run zone read. 3rd and 1. There it is. They don't even block it correctly. We'll talk about how to block it correctly on the edge, but this is zone read lead. Just go get it yourself. Get into the flow of the game. Get hit a little going in the correct direction. So what is zone read lead? Right here is the guy we're reading. Okay? That's the conflict defender. We're going to bring the sniffer type across. Normally in inside zone, you would have this sniffer come across and slice this backside. One where you see the guy come across and cut him oftentimes. Well, now in zone read lead, instead of having him come across and block him like split flow inside zone, we're going to have him come across and really lead up to the next level. So what I don't like here, and when I say that they block it wrong here, is because this guy comes in, tries to crack, and our sniffer comes across and tries to block the same guy. Okay? Not what you want. I would much rather, in man-to-man here, have this guy go block the safety. It will take the corner with you, and then the zone read lead guy will come across and block Thor. And so even though they don't sort it out, it's still 3rd and 1. You're still going downhill. There it is. Again, it's easy when Billie Jean is just going to take the dive. He's got the back. That's an easy read right there. Gap exchanging that with Thor. There it is. I mean, you can see the tight end dish on the right coming in to try to double team Thor in the back here. Not what you want to do. But still, it's a big hole. Not executed perfectly. Still a first down. Next one here. 3rd and 27. Now, 3rd and 27 sucks. But this is just a bizarro miss. Like, these are the throws, okay? When you talk about all the playmaking ability, these throws are the ones where you're like, what are we doing? Look at this miss. I mean, how far is that? That's 15 yards max. Missing it by yards to the side. Okay, yards. Barely gets his fingers on it. Okay, and really we've got both the in and kind of the pivot here. So could he throw it here? Probably. It's 3rd and 27. It doesn't really matter. I don't give a shit where he throws it. I'll be honest with you. I do give a shit about the miss radius. You know, if you're missing the ball outside the radius of a 10-yard throw where the guy barely gets his fingers on it, yo, we have a problem. Like, this isn't, it's not just my opinion. This is the film. And it's not like, sometimes you'll see guys miss. People miss all the time. But usually it's because you don't have the grip. You know, someone's in your face. There's all sorts of reasons to miss. But this is a clean pocket. This is essentially a check down just over 10 yards that we're lucky the guy gets his fingers on. I don't think I'm over exaggerating that. These are the ones that, for me, that really hurt. And they don't necessarily impact the outcome of the game, but they do impact the quality of the play at the position. And he's just not going to be able to play very long doing that. Next one here. Let's go all the way back. So we're in a 2-minute situation here, 25 seconds left. Big inside vertical up top. Now this should be a touchdown. The ball is underthrown. He does a nice job kind of cheating back here and bodying this thing up like a jump. But this is a 60-yard throw. It's a big play. There's a lot to like. And it should be a touchdown. So why is it not a touchdown? A few things. And again, I don't know if this is on Zach Wilson per se. So the inside release, I'm going to call it an inside vertical. For me, these types of throws from gun need to be 3 steps and a hitch. Okay, when you take 5 steps and a hitch, the guy gets farther down the field, more difficult throw, you run out of club. Even for a guy who, you know, is such a splash arm, he runs out of club here. So if you were to throw this earlier, this scores. Okay, this scores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? For what? Why are we taking 5 steps here? Now, maybe it's the offense telling him to do that. Maybe it's he's just going rogue. But again, the ball is, I get it. It's almost thrown 60 yards. It's underthrown. Okay, let that sink in. Get the ball out earlier. Let him throw it down his line so he can catch it and score. Now, it's some bad defense. Don't get it twisted. But why are we taking that drop? Yeah, it's a big play. I get it. We're going to get a field goal opportunity. But it should be a touchdown. Next one here. A little speed out versus 2-man up top. Love the anticipation here, but the accuracy is not it. Okay, now it's a nice catch. And there's a number of kind of playmaker catches in this game for little chunks. I like the anticipation, the footwork, the rhythm. But again, you see him twirling around here? To me, that's a miss. Okay, that's not an accurate throw. 2-man here. Okay, we're going to get 2 deep safeties and man coverage underneath. 2-man, usually nice little cue for quarterbacks, is it's always going to be inside out man coverage. Okay, they're trying to keep you away from attacking the middle of the field where there is nobody to the outside. So they're all going to be inside leverage, inside leverage, inside leverage, inside leverage. So anything you want to the outside is usually there. Now they might try to undercut it, but you should, if you know the leverage of the underneath players, you should have an opportunity to throw out breaking routes. So this is a nice call. Good anticipation. Once you let this thing go. Look, he's separated right there. Look at the wide receiver up top. Now he gapped him. Whoop. That might even be like a mailbox situation up top if you gap him like that bad. But the anticipation, great. Just throw it to the to the first down stick. Don't throw it to the 15. See the difference? So it's yeah, there's anticipation, there's rhythm, but we're still missing. Like, that's a big miss. He makes the catch there, but to me, this is not a great indication of Zach Wilson being accurate with the ball. And it's all over the film. Next one here. This is a bad INT. Man, this is bad. I don't know, what the hell we're looking at, but the number 1 in down here to the bottom sure looks wide ass open. I mean, wide ass open. For whatever reason, he turns that down. And again, it's worth reiterating it again. I'm not in the quarterback room. I can't tell you specifically what the read is, but his feet tell me that the read is the in first, and the in is wide ass open. Watch Zach Wilson at the top of this thing. So see him look like, he's looking to throw, and then no, he goes outside. So it's like inside out. So to the in, throws up a fair catch punt. It's almost like a shocking read. Like, these are the type of reads that get you fired, that get people in the building fired, that get lots of people fired. There is nothing, I got nothing for you here. It will never, ever get cleaner than this in. Look at the lane. You turn that down to essentially throw this like wheel up with the free safety or with the corner who just kind of like is out here standing here. He jumps to catch it, but it hits him in the chest. I'm waiting for him to wave his right hand to fair catch that thing. These are the ones where you go back in and you got to kind of look your teammates in the eyes, and there are no answers, guys. There are no answers. This is it. When you want to look back and say, hey, what really happened? This happened. It's one thing to make a tough decision when someone's in the grasp or you fumble, you get hit, bad pick sometimes with a blurry decision. This is a clean, easy read. And we're the outsiders. We're just looking from the outside in. Imagine what you're saying inside the building, inside the meeting room, inside the staff room. The building's on fire. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new videos. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community. You know about it. Never been cheaper, never been easier, never been more content available over there. Get over there, become a Quarterback School Patreon community member. I appreciate the support. In addition, we've got Quarterback School courses, really the premium content available through the channel on all of my favorite subjects: RPOs, pass protection, how to beat every coverage. We've got tempos. We've got an entire offense. So if you're interested in any of those courses, check out the courses linked in the video description. And then finally, we've got a bunch of additional free resources. We've got a Pass Pro Quiz. We've got a play calling tool. We've got a free course on the passing quick game. So if any and all of those resources sound cool, check out the links in the video description. I appreciate the support across the different ways to support the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for that. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here. So the interception was bad. Then we're going to try to hand grenade this check down, this little swing route. And again, I understand that these throws are harder than they look, but he makes this unnecessarily difficult. So could you throw whatever these combinations are down the field? And I'm not going to tell you that I love these combinations. We've already ripped that curl to the number 1. So, okay, this looks like a old school like squirrel, down, out, and up. This thing takes forever. Okay, now does he have time to throw either of these? I don't know. But this little check down here, in my opinion, he does have enough time to get his feet here and then switch his feet to be lined up to get over here. You don't have to hand grenade this thing, like lollipop here. It just because some guys in the league get away with these types of throws consistently, you don't have to do this. He's not good enough to do this right now. That's the nicest way I can put it. I still think he could rip that curl down the field with a little anticipation. Throw it. It's open. That's NFL open for me, the curl to the number 1. As he's throwing the check down, throw the curl. Now, I think, in my opinion, he plays panicky from within and outside the pocket. And right here, he feels the color in his face and panics. Like you're going to get hit, bro. Thor is going to hit you. Step into it and rip the curl. Instead, look at his feet. Even right there, if you're going to throw the check down, all right, say you don't see it. Flip your feet to the check down and throw a strike. Don't bounce a changeup. I mean, that is again, not all misses are the same. The miss radius matters. Those are bad misses, bad plays. And they are seemingly all over the film. They really are. They're the consistency of these types of head-shaking throws, decisions are just too layered into the film to give yourself a consistent chance to win at a high level and be a franchise type guy. Just right now, it's not there. Next one here, 3rd and 10. Lucky here. This isn't intercepted. Who the hell is this even to? This looks like a mini prayer. I'm going to guess that it's not to the guy who catches it, but you be the judge here. I mean, watch the reaction of number 5 here on the ground. I mean, he can't believe it. I can't either. Who is this to? I'm going to guess that he's trying to throw it to this deep, we'll call it flag corner here. But and we'll look at the pocket movement because the pocket movement is an issue. So as he's moving up in the pocket here, like on the half run, he's trying to throw this ball. Just gather that decision. The guy's outside leverage. Is he trying to throw it here? I don't know. If he's trying to throw it there, good for you, bro. The ball ends up over here. So, I really don't have anything nice to say about it. I just, the decision making, the vision from within the pocket is as panicky as I can remember seeing consistently on Sundays. And what I mean by that in the pocket is when he hits this back foot, most guys would just step up instead of run up. So as you run up, you're bringing yourself to the issues. He's getting himself hit here by Thor. The perfect movement would be there, and you can violent reset. Like you can hit this back foot up, over, and then reset again. You don't want to just drift into the pressure. Like there are guys with bad intentions out there. So get up, reset your feet, and make a good throw down the field. Or just bolt. But don't kind of bring yourself to the issue. I mean, he's really, I can't overstate how he is causing these issues that are leading to getting a little lucky that these aren't disasters. Look at that. I mean, you can't believe it. All right, next one here. 1st and 10. Ball's near midfield. RPO. Missed the slant. Bottom. Whoop. Really missed the window. I think this is a first window throw that he looks like he's hesitating. Now, to me, we're reading everyone's favorite linebacker, your boy Rodrigo, right here in the A gap. I mean, it doesn't get easier than this. He inserts it all. We want to wrap that in right here. This is first window. If for some reason you don't throw it, then he's going to try to force it in the second window. So again, to me, this just looks indecisive. This looks late. This looks hesitant. Throw it, bro. Faster, right? Throw it. It's open. That's open. You can even anticipate it a little bit, wrap it around that flat defender. But this to me is lucky. Now that could easily be intercepted. Tip ball over the middle late. It's bad ball. Again, it's just whatever you want to pretend. I'm saying this is an RPO because we've got guys blocking up here. It looks like they're combo blocking up front. To me, the conflict defender is right here. Okay, we've got a flat and a slant. Okay, so it maybe is a tick blurry because you've got this flat defender, extra defender here. But this window, to me, it's there. We got to hit that window. And again, we'll play it out here. And as you play these plays, it's almost like it happens in you got to be able to anticipate just a tick here. Like that is open. Throw it. Throw it. Now we're late. Now we're trying to force it. Second window slant from a tight condensed formation. Just unnecessarily difficult. I think that's the thing that jumps off from some of these throws, some of these decisions, the timing, muddy. Next one here, 3rd and 12. We're going to miss a in up top. Again, to me, these are just like wide open, not layups. This one's a little bit more down the field. But, I mean, this is one of those throws where the miss radius is bizarre. Like an in right down the hash, he doesn't even touch it. It's not even close to him. It's like a yard, yard plus in front of him. Could easily hit the safety in the chest if the safety was playing the ball. I mean, easily could be an interception. These aren't tight, contested throws down the field where your guy just doesn't win. This is a free access in up top with a middle field safety. I mean, I don't want it to come across that I'm being like jerkish with this. This to me is, you just don't see guys play on Sundays very long who miss ins like this. I mean, there's no one. This is like a route on air off a condensed formation to the boundary to the short side. There's nothing about this throw that's hard for NFL quarterbacks. There's no pressure. He's not getting hit. And again, I'm not saying that you're going to make every throw all the time. Okay, I'm not. So don't come at me sideways in the comments with this. But it's the quality of the misses. They're way out of it. The reaction like that from wide receivers is not what you want. I mean, it's weird, and I don't have excuses for it. I will say that they do try to kind of come back to what he does, and this is what he has done up until this point for me. Get outside the pocket, make big plays down the field. To me, I'm going to categorize this as dash again. This time we've got Billie Jean on the left defensive end, overset by the right tackle. The right tackle again is intentionally oversetting, and so we can get out to the right. A little bit fortunate here, but again, I'm never going to be mad at giving your guys shots to make plays down the field. So again, overset, meaning width and depth, invite Billie Jean in. Okay, you take your drop to set the pocket, and then you get out. Okay, this time I think he's got Thor right in his grill, so he can't quite set up. But this thing, you can do a lot of things outside here because you do have this kind of time. So I think we get a little old school 7-up, down, out, and up, whatever. Give your guy a shot here. Great. A little fortunate. Would have been a pass interference probably as well. But I love the call. I love the design. This is what he's proven he can do up until this point. And it's a big play. It's a chunk. We need it. This is to take the lead. It's a massive drive. Get out there and make a play. This is it. Now we just need to bottle this with some other elements of an NFL quarterback. 3rd and 1, touchdown pass, sneak flat. Great call. I'm not sure I'm calling this. I'm being honest. I love it. It's a great call. Watch that sneak flat come all the way across. Put a significant stress on 31. He's probably got the first one out. It's just hard to do because you got to run fit and you got to get out. So again, from the formation here, we talk about sneak flats all the time on this channel. Come across into the flat. And again, if you're selling run hard here and you've got to play the edge and fit this thing, but you've also got the first eligible out, that puts a lot of stress on this guy. Just great call. 3rd and 1. I mean, probably going for it on 4th too. Really nice job. Nice job from Zach Wilson here, not missing this layup either. But that is great offensive architecture, design, call, timely. Love it. Next one here. Now this is where it really starts to hit the fan for me on a number of different levels. It's hit the fan already. Who are we kidding? But we're down 3, 2-minute warning, inside the 2-minute warning, and we have 3 timeouts. The first play, we're taking a sack. So I think most people love to get just any completion on a first down. in a 2-minute situation. I like to get like a medium chunk or get something going with our guys running towards the end zone. But to me, this is an indecisive sack. And this is just old school shallow cross with an iteration of smash. So we're going to something to the flat corner, and then we're going to get what I'm used to calling old school shallow cross, deep hook and a shallow. So say you don't like this out here. Okay, let's assume we don't like this out here. This to me, the ball has to get here. So as you hit your back foot, you're getting up in the pocket. No, out here you don't like this. Okay, get it right down to the shallow. Right, the timing that we're playing from within the pocket is just nowhere near good enough. The sense of urgency, kind of like the game speed. No down here, no, shallow, bro. The shallow right over the ball. Boom, get it to him. Instead, he's kind of moving into trouble. So again, from the back, you can really see that shallow come right into his vision. So no to the left, okay. Yeah, you get a little B-gap pressure from your right, our left. Get up, shallow. It's just like that. There's no taking off to run. There's no crazy evasive movement. It's just hitch up, throw the shallow. This is normal NFL operating procedure from the pocket. That's not hard. Just get the ball on 17. Hitch up, 17. Not hitch up, eyes down. Hitch up, shallow. Okay, now we're 3rd and 19. Now we need a mini miracle. And we really get a couple of mini miracles here. It's a nice job on the crosser. Again, I think they're doing him favors when he can get these types of crossers where he can see it and see him get open and try to put it right on him, as opposed to any sort of like anticipation or snap our hips back or anything like that where we're maybe missing reads. But this is a massive play. This is 3rd and forever. And he does a nice job. Vision, again, you can see it, right? These types of routes, you can, as you're looking at him, you're tracking him, right? From out here, you're just staring at him across. Okay, he wins. Great, I throw right there. It's a different type of game than, making reads from the pocket, going from guy to guy to guy, reading defenders. This is about as clean as it will ever get on these kind of double crossers. And it's a nice throw. You got, give it to him. It's 3rd and 19. It's a big boy throw. 17 is a dude too. But again, watch his eyes. See him track him. Track. Good. Nice. Hey, this next one, 2nd and 10, up top on a little spray stop. This is a hell of a throw. These are the throws that make you kind of question what the hell's going on other times. Look at that throw up top. I mean, the anticipation with this. First of all, you don't see a whole lot of what I'm going to call spray stop. Maybe this is a hook here. But that angle, when he goes to throw this thing, this is capital A anticipation. And the ball is, it's good enough. It's almost like a back shoulder throw him away from the coverage. This is an impressive throw. Again, he separates right there. Look at the receiver up top. He's nowhere near open, right? He's throwing him open. Why can't we see these throws? Why is this not the norm as opposed to seemingly the outlier? Because that is the talent that everybody wants to see. That's the timing. That's tight NFL coverage. Got dudes in your face. You're getting hit. Look at him get hit. Boom, boom. Look at that throw. I mean, it really is. And I think this is the part that I think is the hardest to kind of digest and make sense of, because these types of throws work all the time, anytime. Why aren't they more consistent? Why? And I can tell you, I don't have the answers from watching it on film. I can tell you, though, that these shots are pretty awesome. Then you're going to come back here on 4th and 18 on this last one and make another massive play. Again, going backwards, it's its own issue. But the vision, you got to make a play. 4th and 18, the game is on the line. And you make that kind of play. Like, this is more, the recess vibe than some of the other throws for me. This is more just, he's a good athlete. Get a little fortunate that the defensive end goes so flat. We know Zach Wilson has a tendency going backwards, makes Thor miss. Right here, though, that's the thing. This little athletic ability to separate, settle, eyes downfield, find somebody, flick. Just that little flick. I mean, that's a massive play. Massive play to give yourself a shot at the end. Now, you can talk all you want about some poor clock management, and it's all probably justifiable as far as getting more plays here at the end. But it doesn't take anything away from the last 3 throws we've shown on this video, because the over, that little spray stop, this play, these are Zach Wilson making plays when it matters. But you can't differentiate these from the head scratchers, from the wide misses. It's a crazy cocktail. So that is a wrap. Zach Wilson, week 15, rough L for the Jets. All sorts of issues there at the end. That could probably be their own video. But quarterback-wise specifically, Zach Wilson-wise, is tough. It really is. I think the film is tough. And the reason I feel like that is because, it's always been up and down for me with Zach Wilson in the NFL. In the past, I feel like some of the kind of the potential there was always that the ups would be better than anything. You could kind of survive the valleys. But now the valleys seem deeper. They're almost like Grand Canyon-ish, and there's more mistakes, and the type of misses feel more substantial than even the playmaking ability. And the playmaking ability still flashes, for sure. And there's some of those throws towards the ends are big-time throws and really meaningful down and distances. But he's in those down and distances because of some of the mistakes that he's making on just normal plays. And so whether it's processing or playing within the pocket or playing faster within some of these concepts or the decision making or just the misses. And I think that's really probably the most disturbing part, is the quality of the misses are just way too wide, too vast. The miss radius is massive. And you don't see guys play on Sundays very long with a significant miss radius where you're missing guys by yards, and you see wide receivers pissed with terrible body language, throwing their hands up, those types of things. That shit doesn't last in the league. And so either the misses need to get tighter. I think that the Jets are trying to do a decent job of showcasing what he does really well. I love that dash right stuff where the right offensive tackle will overset and allow Zach Wilson to intentionally get out of the pocket. That stuff is great, but you can't do that every drop back pass. You can't do that every time you get a chunk. And so it feels like this thing might just be too hard right now. And I don't know, there's no really way to sugarcoat this film. This film is not great. And even the splash big plays, most of them felt like they could have even been better, if that's possible. So it was a tough one. I'm not going to lie. I don't necessarily love doing videos like this, but it's one of those things where I'm just curious. Like, I want to see, does it look different from before? And I'm not sure you can say for sure that it does. I think that there are some flashes, but there's always been some flashes. It's the negative plays. It's the misses. It's getting a little lucky, a little fortunate on some of those misses as well. But just the indecisiveness, the ability to just maneuver a little bit in the pocket and find those lanes to get some easy completions and keep you ahead of the sticks. It feels like it's never there. Everything is hard right now with Zach Wilson playing quarterback. And so that shit just doesn't last, in my opinion, very long in the league. So thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.